Hey everyone, this is another Sunday breakfast with me in the Botanica Orchid Guide, which I'm going from A to Z today. We are on I believe, and we're just going to do I, J, K, and L. Okay. Today for breakfast, all I have is coffee today. I'm going to a grill, a barbecue, so a grill out. So I'm just gonna eat then, so I can gorge myself. Sorry, that's me. Glutton, I am. Sorry. Anyway, we're starting with I, and Ionopsis. Nope. Isabelia. I did get an Isabelia from Andes, and this is in the Isabelia virginalis. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, that is a natural. That is just a natural straw-looking outer layer burlap that is similar to that in a bourbon, and the pretty little dainty flowers. These are very high humidity plants from Brazil. They are epiphyte, humid forests. They form mats, fibrous network that are surrounding the pseudobulbs, maybe grown on slabs under intermediate conditions. And I pretty much talked about that. Flowers don't open or last long fully. Very small, miniature plant. Pseudobulbs are only about a ½ inch long, and flowering is during the winter. I failed miserably, probably because at that time I know what the problem was. I had too many plants, and this plant got lost in the action. It was a tiny plant to begin with, so it was on the back side of a plant, and it just got ignored. That is the truth. So we are on I. Oh, wait a minute. This book just skipped some stuff. Let's get it together. So it must go like this. Okay. Okay, so that's the eyes. JKL. So we're starting with Jamelia. Now we know Jamelia is a Madagascan angricoid that I love. Grow from range of sea level up to about high altitudes. Of course, they have short, relatively long stems. Leaves are arranged along their leaves in a fan shape, so they are ambrate. I mean, they are Vanda type. Growth habit, either a Vanda types like this, or they can be like a reed stem. So I have not had arachnantha. Not all Jamelias are warm tolerant. Very few of them are, in fact. Comarensis is one. This gets to be a large plant. A very attractive flower. You can see there it is. The plant is actually attractive too. From the Comoros, low altitudes. Fragrant flowers. It is a pendulous plant. My Jamelia Comoros is right here. It is basically bare. It is not even in the pot. It has a couple of plants, and the one plant has bloomed before, and like I said, the stem is in the pot, but the plant is out of the pot, and it forms roots readily, and there's another baby forming that I can see right there at the base there. So that'll be another plant. Those like shade, they like to be moist. And again, the flower is fragrant. Jamelia's flowers are fragrant during the day and night. And philocanoids I do not have. Now, since I should have just mentioned this one, this is Jamelia punctata that I got as an import that I have successfully managed to acclimate to my environment. As a seedling, well, it was a bare root import, and it hasn't bloomed for me yet, but it has previously bloomed. You can see the spent spikes in there. It has put up a couple leaves this season for me. Very scruffy stem. You can see how it's kind of like it's losing its skin like a snake. You see that right there? The outer layer. That is Jamelia punctata. Same, similar kind of flower as cormorants. Okay, Kiefersteinii, I wish, but nope, can't do it. Laelias are generally cool growers. Some are lithophytic. You know, of course, there are those ridiculous Laelias. I really, and plus probably these days all Laelias are Cattleyas, or Cattleyas are Laelias, one of those. The one that I have for sure is Laelia anceps, that I've just divided. These pretty much are known to be a temperature tolerant plant, although it likes it less warm in the winter, and it likes it drier when it's getting ready to put up its inflorescence. And it is a sequentially, well, it can put up about 2 to 3, sometimes 4 flowers, depending on how well the plant is grown. That's pretty much all. I don't have any more Laelias. Laniums, I don't have any laniums. Leptotes, I do grow leptotes. Leptote is very easy. It's a one of those introduction beginner orchids. Leptotes bicolor specifically. Right now I have tenuis, I believe, and I have another one that has bloomed. I'm not sure. It's not on here. Buchanana. But my tenuis says it comes from the Coal Mountains, and maybe that's why it hasn't bloomed this year, but it did bloom last year. It says they appear in the winter and spring. And I believe it appeared last spring, the flowers did, but they were very closely similar to Leptotes bicolor. And between Leptotes bicolor and tenuis, I would say it was a cross between those two, because the lip was big and plain white, but it wasn't, it was not that color. It was a lighter color like Leptotes, like it's white. This is more cream color. But anyway, Leptotes can be mounted, they can be grown in pots. Their roots are very thin and fine, so if they're in pots, they would like to be in something like a seedling mix with bark or perlite, something very small, so that their roots will not get disturbed. They want to be wet, not wet, but they want to be watered and not dried out when they are in growth, but less so. They want to dry out good when they're not growing. So, a bit of a drier rest. Now, my Leptotes, the one that's not in the book, is right here, and it did just bloom, and it's putting out new growth that you can see. There's there, and all these are new. All those lighter color growths. Yeah, that's Bone Chiara. And this is tagged as tenuis. So I didn't realize it was a cooler grower. But anyway, it is a Leptotes that has bloomed for me. And that's that plant, just mounted. Okay. So let's keep it moving. Lacaris, nope, no Lacaris. Lacartia, now I do love Lacartia, although they don't love me. I collect them, but they don't do anything for me. 30 species from Mexico, down South America, Tobago, Trinidad. Epiphyte, shortened stem by flattened sheaths. Inflorescences are born from the top of the stem. Grown on slabs, should receive water, kept in hot to intermediate conditions. Now, I have several of these, and I think they're very cute and when they are well grown, which I have not been able to do, they get really full and resemble like a wig, like someone's hair, and then the flowers are little dainty flowers are at the ends, and they're very cute. And here is Lacaris, and I'm not even sure if I have. Yeah, there's the DAP tag, and this is Orchid, and this is Lacaris Sarah. So they grow and they put up new growths, but they've never flowered. I usually put them in shade and try to ignore them. The book said that they don't like to be, well, they want to be watered year round. I found that they resent to be watered a lot. They like less is more, and they like deep shade. But they do like hot conditions, hot to warm conditions. And that's pretty much all I can say about Lacaris. As I said, my results is what you saw, which was pretty desperate. Now, Laelia discolor, I've had that over the years. It's been moderately, if hit and miss for me. It's a relatively easy plant, supposedly. Mostly grown for the foliage. It's a terrestrial, grows in shade. But the flowers, kind of nice. Not too plain, not too overwhelming. I don't have one of those now. Lycaris, no way I could ever grow Lycaris. It's a cooler grower. And that's it for today's lesson. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned next Sunday as we continue on with M. Enjoy your orchids, folks. Bye.